One Love and Wellness family. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's not a dream. Get up, get up, get up, get up. It's too extreme. I got money in my pocket. I got money in my bank. Welcome to the next episode of Heart Happy Hour. One Love and Wellness, folks. That was me in the background. My newest, my latest. I already told you, and I got my money. So this episode, we're always trying to do things that will help you raise your vibration, help you become more happy in your environment, in your skin, self-love. Heart Happy Hour is about doing things that help you balance out, push these blocks through, and have a more healthy circulation of your energy, of your emotions, of your frequency, of your vibe, so that you can have more balanced life. So I am Precious Mother Love, and this is brought to you by Love+Art equals Wellness. Love+Art equals Wellness. One Love and Wellness. It is snowing here in DC in March. We have had snows as late as April. This coming weekend, a week from today, is the full moon in Virgo, and it is cleaning house. It is cleansing the air, the snow. It could also be a residual of some activity that has happened in the skies. I know this month there's a satellite or some sort of space vehicle that's being launched or has been launched, and it's supposedly going to the moon in the effort of colonization. Well, Love and Wellness family, what happens in the deep sky, micro and macro vision, will affect us, you and I, on this plane, in this environment. You see what happens. You rust through that air zone, you definitely cause a cold front. And they could forecast this snow with great certainty because they were piercing that frozen that icy area into what is supplying us with protection, but they pierce it, and it causes any of those what's that thing with the N, a northerner, a nor'easter, something like that. Anyway, One Love and Wellness, everybody. Just talking out the side of my neck. One Love and Wellness family. Today's episode is about time. We will be speaking about time. The poem is entitled Time, and we will be speaking about a specific time, which is the full moon that's coming this coming weekend, the 19th, which is also the day before the equinox, the spring equinox, where we will have equal day and equal night. The full moon is actually in Virgo. Virgo's my sun sign. So I am in season by way of the moon, the full moon, which feminizes the energy, which actually stirs up and removes the blockages. So I'm going to get into the whole energy of this full moon in Virgo, which is the first full moon since the beginning or the new year, which is observed around the world in various countries, including China. So they call it the Chinese New Year, but there's various other countries that also observe it because it's in reference to the second full moon after the winter solstice. So their time is told in a seasonal way, which includes lunar cycles, which also includes solar cycles. So the Indians would say many moons, a month of Sundays, or days of the sun. So we'll start off with the poem, then we'll go into my discussion of time. We will also discuss, after that, the full moon in Virgo. Following that, we'll work on some words, and then on our way out, we'll listen to a little bit more of my live version. That was our recording rehearsal. That was a recording of our rehearsal about a week ago. And so, and I also may tell you about an event that I'll be participating in coming up. I have a couple of performances that I will be doing that are coming up. So I would like to share some of my latest and greatest with you. The timing is now, so let's get started. This poem is called Time. Time, a measurement, a tool, a concept with rules. The here and now is really all we need, but as much as we have to do, gotta line up our priorities. This is first, and next is that, and the list goes on, revised based on the past. What's the cost when time is lost? It's a valuable lesson. Win, lose, or draw. It's your decision to use it wisely and to be timely and to respond or just let time move on. A tick that talks without stop until it does. The rules, again, are tools to school you on the lesson that the pace of haste incorporates gravity and make the end closer from far to near and then here. Time equals distance over space, but in space, time blurs the line and the mosey on down to the fly under the radar and detected, but mobile. Like in the time of Moses, the pharaohs are afraid of what comes from the mouth of babes, the X-Gen, the Zoomers, the baby boomers, the indie generation that ignited and took flight beyond the sight of their sensory overload, shifting time zones, falling back, springing forward, blocking the universal clock, winding the internal pacemakers to be off, causing our tickers to be retaught, detaching and easing our grip on the edge of night. Twilight, dawn, dusk, noon, bewitching hour, happy hour at the saloon. Sunrise, sunset, an occurrence, an event. At the tone, the time is set. To let it be known that the timekeeper and grim reaper flex when ill seeds are sown. The karmic ripples, revised decisions with precision and perception. The visions of the regimes are overthrown, it seems. The allies rely on revelations, and truth be told, the value of alliance steps in without hesitation. 3 clicks away, Dorothy's blinged out heels conceal and reveal the deal of Oz's real imitating life. Communicating the house rules, dreams of the dealer's choice, Russian roulette, and a 21 gun salute. Taps out the tag team and taps in on the horn. Taps of the day being done. Da da da, day is done. Each moment to the months, strung as consecutive suns. Options of sidereal and tropical, turning the true north ports 180. The down under now over, up over. The sport and the stock accounting for the dizzy, busy bone drones, doing as told, with fool's gold, new goals take hold, and behold, right sized up. Fills the cup, so abrupt it disrupts the flow as we glow and grow to the beams of supreme as time slips through the hands and the sands go to the creeper, the reaper who's the keeper, that the reaper and the keeper creep back into that black hole, never to be seen or retold. All right, so snap, 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 clap, clap, clap. For myself, I finished it because just yesterday, it wasn't finished last night as I read it to one of my other subject matter experts that I consult with from time to time. It wasn't finished, so I just finished it just a few minutes. Actually, I finished it as I spoke it because I had all these different things that I could have ended it with. So there was an interactive ending until it did, and that was it. So that one was called Time. Well, it's a foggy night on a full moon night. This is March the 17th, which is also St. Patty's Day. Okay, a little less fog here. We're running into some more fog here. One Love and Wellness, just taking a short drive and thought I would share the fogginess of the night. One Love. Love+Art equals wellness. Now, in relation to time, we're going to talk about this full moon that's coming. The full moon, and I think there's a humming noise. Let's see if that goes away. Ooh, this noise has gone away. So the full moon in Virgo, and it's an ideal time for it to occur. Because now we're talking about spring cleaning, doing detoxes. We change from one season to the next. This is actually the spring equinox. We will have, our equal day and night on that day. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what the equinox means. I'll go back and look that up, but that is how it feels to me. So keep moving. Virgos are usually governed by their stomach, which is usually also associated with the solar plexus. So there may be some concerns with, or some signs that come from, the fluttering of the tummy of the butterflies, the anxious feeling, the feeling that, the feeling of knowing, in your gut, in your soul, feeling the vibes. This is a time when your sensitivities will rise. You will have more fine-tuned, the details, the fine-tuning. Virgos pay attention to the details. They also are focused on the throat chakra, which is in reference to communications. And the solar plexus is where the spirit sits. The solar plexus is where the citrine stone. Well, actually, I'll speak to the stone that speaks to this, but this also represents the solar plexus because of the yellow stone, the citrine. And I do have citrine on my ear, which I say sunny, funny, and money because it represents the sun, the solar plexus. It tickles your tummy, or your you get a little bit of a rising of your spirit. You get a lifting of your spirit. Sunny, funny, and money. So those are the things that I say is of your solar plexus, but also of the citrine. So the decan for this full moon is in Virgo, and it is in the 10 of Pentacles, which is highlighting communication, success, thriving, high achievement, and solid foundations, doing well for yourself. And it could also mean for some Virgos that are also in the third decan, which means they were born somewhere between, let's say, the 8th to the 19th of the month, that week, that time. That particular Virgo would be affected more highly by this, which means that they have the potential of marrying into wealth, or have a fine tuning of finding a strong financial security. So I want to talk about the stone that is associated with this full moon, and this is called the yellow apatite. It's spelled with one P, but it is a yellow stone, and it releases old blockages. This particular stone associates with the solar plexus, and it helps you relieve yourself if you have any limiting beliefs of your prosperity or of your success. It provides the courage and heals those negative patterns. It provides creative thoughts to achieve your goals, gives you a higher vibration to eliminate any stagnant energy, and it would be good for those who suppress their feelings, which builds walls and this will allow them to have like a gentle release. So almost like a spiritual laxative. It will help it to become a smooth move versus an abrupt and disrupting feeling. Um, it'll also help to encourage you to let go of old baggage, any old programming or conditioning that could hold you back or from your breakthroughs to your personal growth and moving forward on your path. New growth from seeds that are ready to spring forth. So it will clear the clutter, clear the ground, clear the moving and the earth, unearthing the blossoms and the blooms for your next season, for this next season, which is spring. Spring has sprung. I see lots of flowers. I saw in January and February, I was able to see, they were, and I usually take photos of things like this. There's some things flying around, lights so bright. What in the world is trying to get in my I have to watch those kinds of things because it very well may be trying to tell me some things. But I saw that the seasons, because we had some days of warmth in December and again in January, there were some false starts to our spring. Kind of, I guess if you say Indian summer is just before fall, I don't know if you would call it Indian spring. How about Indian winter? Because the Indian winter, no, that's not it either. But in any case, we had some early bloomers. I feel the energy of this being my season, but it being a little different. I feel a lot more vibrant during my season of me being in the sun being in my season. But then now I'm feeling as though I feel that smooth move. I feel the energy bursting loose in certain areas and allowing me to become a lot more myself to the power. Oh, by the way, I am wearing, as usual, my jewelry. This is a rose quartz, and it is for sale, as well as the Ankh that I'm wearing being for sale. I have a sister that has said she wants one similar to it, and she has not given me a deposit yet. So it's still up for sale. I am a artiste who does healing services and allows artistic therapies to be helpful in creative ways in your healing process from either trauma or things that you want to encourage yourself to now move into and slough off other things. I do I do numerous things in addition to for detox, in addition to energy readings, in addition to a website full of services that I offer, which are also mobile. I do uh, virtual viewings of my jewelry. This is a piece that was unearthed or harvested by a young lady that lives on a reservation, and she shared with me some of the story of her harvesting it. That's something I want to now start to do, travel to areas where I'm able to do my own digging, do my own harvesting, and make that a part of the story that I share with you as you may utilize some of my tools, some of my healing tools. Copper is not only antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, it is now being used for surgical tools in operations or surgeries. It is very helpful in mending and healing of your skin, of things that were that need to be regenerated, and helps with arthritis, helps with your joints. I am wearing them on my ears because they also help with the the brain activity, the communication of the brain cells, as well as many other ways it can be healthy. It helps the swelling to go down in your ankles and your fingers and your joints. And I've just found it to be beneficial. I stumbled on it one day, and then I made it a part of my routine. I slept in it one night accidentally and woke up and my hands weren't swollen. So then I started sleeping in it some more, and then I accidentally wore it outside. And then somebody says, "Oh, that's nice. Like, can I buy that? Or is that for sale? Or did you make that? Or can I buy that from you?" That happened so many times in the beginning that I was like, okay, well, let me start putting together things that I would wear, and as I wear them, people are attracted to them. One last thing that I will talk about before I go, since I am coughing, is the breath. So I'm going to read you a short synopsis. This is a book that I'm reading from. This is Signs and Symbols, a Signs and Symbols source book by Adele Nosdar. Okay, so she writes in here about breath, and that's something that I use as one of my tools for healing, for us to balance ourselves, to rebalance our energy, to harmonize our sacred sectors or intersections, our chakras, our glands. So this is what she has to say about breath. Invisible yet essential. Let's see if I can pull my glasses up. Here we go. All right. Invisible yet essential. Breath represents the idea of the soul or spirit and the animation and life force. In the biblical story, God brings Adam to life by breathing into his nostrils, therefore sharing his breath. And in Taoist belief, there it was said to be 9 original breaths that out that entwined together to create physical space, and therefore the prerequisite for everything that exists in the universe. In Hindi belief, similarly, the fact that unifies everything is seen as breath or Atman. Like the soul, the breath is believed to be immortal and imperishable. But when the breath is taken away, the physical body will perish. Yogis believe that control of the breath, or pranayama, is the key to health and also to enlightenment, an idea that is also held by Chinese mystics. And there is some more to read, but I don't want to take too long on this segment. I just wanted to read that information just to say that breathing is essential to be balanced in your energy as well. It helps us to be able to calm down if we are over anxious. It helps us to sort of saturate the energy, kind of like when you drink a glass of water. It balances, cleanses, and it helps to detox and exhale. Exhale brings out the toxins. Inhale brings in the oxygen, or the oxidated energy that will be utilized by our heart and our lungs, that will begin to circulate that pranayama, that prana, the chi, throughout and energizing all of our functions and systems that allow us to be animated and have all of our functions. But one love and wellness, I think that's it for today. I don't want to keep us too long. I did speak on a few words. I did speak on my poem of the time. You did hear some of my music. I talked about the full moon in Virgo. Next time we will go into a more of an astrological finding, cosmological setting. I will find something that I think that is of interest for you to know. As I related to the time, I expressed to you some of the things that I think that are throwing us off, our timing, some of the things that are affecting us, just like the music is no longer tuned to C, it's tuned to A. it is bringing us down. So we have to find ways to bring ourselves back up. Heart Happy Hour is brought to you by Love+Art equals Wellness. I'm trying to help you find ways of healing your heart and having a more of a happy time, enjoying the matters of your heart. And Heart Happy Hour being sponsored by Love+Art equals Wellness. I'm Precious Mother Love. I mixed all up this whole thing, but hey, it's my thing. Do what I want to do. I can't tell you how to catch a groove. So again, we'll end on I already told you. See if we can bring the volume up and we can play a little bit on our way out. Cheers to you. One love and wellness. See you next time. Uh-oh. Let's see. As soon as I plug it in, you'll be able to hear it better. It's a money in the river, it's a money in the rhyme, money over time, money in the investments, yeah. Yeah. One love and wellness, family. See you soon. Heart Happy Hour. Catch us next time. Yeah.